Good morning, Matt Delacruz here with the Winning Minds Group, part of the John Maxwell team, and welcome to Mondays with Matt. Happy Monday to you. Hope you had a great weekend. Looking forward to another fantastic week this week as we kick off this brand new week. I just recently we had surprised our children, our kids, to a Dude Perfect show in Grand Rapids. So we got to pack up, go spend the night at a hotel, at the Embassy Suites, go to the show, spend the night, and friends and their kids were with us as well. It was great. And one of the things that we like to do is we want to make sure that we are always creating good experiences and good memories of summertime because again our kids go back to school in about a month, so we want to make sure that they are enjoying the rest of their summer. We got some other things planned, but it's important that if we don't have them, if we don't plan it, we don't have it on our calendar, we don't have it on our schedule, what usually happens? That's right, it falls through the cracks. Because we have good intentions, but good intentions always fall through the cracks. When you're intentional, now you have purpose, you make sure that you get it done. We just have to be careful that we're not caught in the rat race, that what's work, where we'll put our family on the shelf, we'll put them on the side because all we're doing is working. But make sure that we do include our family because, again, we have to include the people that mean the most to us. And if we do that, they'll become more of a support, not a burden to us. In other words, our priorities have to be in line. And I'm sure that most of you that are watching this, that of course your family is going to be either not number one, it will be number two. And I know that recently we were just there and I got to see a couple of my clients at the Embassy Suites. They were at a networking part, and I came over there and I saw Andy and I saw Jordan from Modern Woodman, which was exciting. And congratulations to you, Andy. I know you're getting married in the next month, but I got to meet one of their new reps, Jordan, and it was exciting because he said, "Hey, you're the guy that we watch on Mondays, every Monday in our roundtable." And I thought that was exciting. That solidifies why exactly I do what I do. So thanks for acknowledging that. I wanted to also acknowledge them as well. Here's a quick picture of us. We took a quick picture, again, just to prove that we were together. But anyway, so as we go through this week, you want to make sure that what we're doing is the most important part for our family. In other words, we want to make sure that we don't have regrets. See, we all must suffer one of two pains: the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. And when you think about that, you don't want to have the regrets that didn't get to spend the time with your children, didn't get to spend the time with your spouse. It's important that we do that. But again, you have to carve it out. I'm going to share a couple things, 5 points with you today on how to really not just go through the day, get from the day, but how do we include our kids? How do we include our family as part of our schedule? It's just as important as a customer. Because again, the pain of discipline weighs ounces, and yet the pain of regret weighs tons. Regret is when you could, you should, you would, but you don't include them. But if you keep doing that, and after a while, when it gets away, it compounds to what we call the tragedy of life. And the tragedy of life is when you could, you should, you would, but you won't spend the time with your family, when you won't include them in the plans, when you won't carve out those memories and experiences, because that's what we don't want to go through. So I want to give you just 5 quick bullet points of what we need to do in order for us to be successful, again, not just in our business, but make sure that we're having a successful business because of our family. Include them in that. So the best thing to do is you time block through the week. You want to spend uninterrupted quality time with your family, 1 to 2 hours daily. Remember, 1 hour of quality time with your family is more important than spending 8 hours at home when you're not really at home. The second thing is have the wherever you are, be there mindset and attitude. Again, when you're at home, be at home. When you're at work, be at work. When you're on vacation, be on vacation. When you're with your kids, be with your kids. Again, wherever you are, be there. The third thing is this is what I do. I love it. On the weekends, get up on the weekends and just take care of your business before everybody else gets up in the house. You want to make sure that way you have ease for the family, right? Do your emails, do your planning, get all that stuff done Saturday in the morning, do it on Sunday. Hey, if you get up early Monday through Friday, you can get up at the same time on a Saturday or Sunday. If you don't want to do both, do one. But if you could take the time to plan, get your emails out, that way you could put it aside and then focus on the family. Daddy date nights with your kids or mommy date nights with your kids. Make sure that you do it individually. Don't bring them both because one will rob from the other. In other words, then you've got uninterrupted time with both of them, and then usually the youngest one is going to steal all the time and the energy. So do that. I highly suggest that. And of course, date night with your spouse at least every other weekend. If you do that every other weekend, you'll see that'll make all the difference in the world because now you're intentional. You're spending quality time versus quantity time. But when you do that, it makes all the difference in the world. So remember, right? The pain of discipline weighs ounces, the pain of regret weighs tons. And again, you can eliminate the regret if you focus on the disciplines. But if you do that, I promise you, your life will be happy. You'll be happier at home. You'll be operating at peak performance because when you're at your work or your job or career, you're not neglecting, you're not regretting the time that you should be with your family. So I want you to think about that. Let's practice that, right? Perfect practice makes perfect. Get it part of your routine. If you have any questions on that, just refer back to this because I'll put it up on the slides for you. So until next week, live with passion, live intentionally, and let's eliminate the regret and let's focus on the discipline because family does come first. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you next week. Whatever